Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. My name is Nuraina Humaira binti Faizul and today I will be presenting my topic for AGR499, which is the light and dark reaction of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a very important biological process that supports life on Earth. And in this presentation, I will explain how it works step by step. So let's begin. First, let's understand what photosynthesis is. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants produce their own food using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. This process commonly occurs in the leaves of the plants. Inside the leaves, there are structures called chloroplasts which contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that absorbs light energy from the sun. Water is absorbed from the roots and transported to the leaves, while carbon dioxide enters through small openings called stomata. During photosynthesis, water molecules are split into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is released into the atmosphere, which is very important for living organisms. At the same time, the plant produces glucose, which is used as a source of energy and for growth. The overall chemical equation of photosynthesis is 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 water, producing glucose and 6 oxygen. Next, we look at photoreceptors. Photoreceptors are pigment molecules that play a key role in capturing light energy. They absorb light from different wavelengths and convert this energy into a usable form for the plant. This energy is then used to drive the reactions involved in photosynthesis. In simple terms, photoreceptors act like sensors that detect light and help initiate the photosynthesis process. Now, let's move on to photosystem. A photosystem is a group of pigment molecules organized together in the thylakoid membrane. These pigments surround a central reaction center known as chlorophyll A. The main function of photosystem is to absorb light energy and transfer that energy to the reaction center where it can be used to exit electrons. There are two types of photosystems involved photosynthesis. Photosystem 2 absorbs light best at a wavelength of 680 nanometers, while photosystem 1 absorbs light best at 700 nanometers. Both photosystems work together in the light reaction to produce energy-rich molecules. Although photosystem 2 and photosystem 1 have similar structures, they perform different functions in photosynthesis. Photosystem 2 is the first to act in the light reaction, and it is responsible for splitting water molecules, a process called photolysis. This produces oxygen, electrons, and hydrogen ions. The oxygen is released as a byproduct, while the electrons move through an electron transport chain. Photosystem 1, on the other hand, re-energizes this electron using light energy again. It plays a major role in producing NADPH, which is an important molecule used in a dark reaction. Between these two photosystems, the electron transport chain helps create a proton gradient, which is used by ADP synthase to produce ATP. The light reaction takes place in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. This stage requires light energy and is responsible for producing ADP and NADPH, which are later used in a dark reaction. There are two types of photophosphorylation in both non-cyclic and cyclic. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation produces both ATP and NADPH, while cyclic photophosphorylation produces only ATP. Photophosphorylation itself refers to the process of forming ATP from ADP using the light energy. This is very important because ATP acts as an energy source for the next stage of photosynthesis. In the non-cyclic pathway, the process begins with the photosystem 2 absorbing light energy. This energy excites electrons, causing them to leave the reaction center. These electrons then travel through the electron transport chain towards photosystem 1. To replace the lost electrons, water molecules are split, releasing oxygen and hydrogen ions. As electrons move through the transport chain, energy is released and used to pump hydrogen ions into the thylakoid space. This creates a proton gradient. This gradient is important because it drives ATP synthesis through ATP synthase. When the electrons reach photosystem 1, they are excited again by light energy. Finally, these electrons combine with hydrogen ions and NADP plus to form NADPH. The cyclic pathway is simpler compared to the non-cyclic pathway. It involves only photosystem 1. When light energy is absorbed, electrons are excited and move through the electron transport change. However, instead of being transferred to NADP+, the electrons return back to the photosystem 1. This cycle continues and results in the production of ATP only. No NADPH is produced and water is not split, so no oxygen is released. This pathway is important when the plant needs extra ATP. The dark reaction, also known as the Calvin cycle, takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. Even though it is called dark reaction, it does not mean it occurs only at night. It actually depends on ATP and NADPH produced during the light reaction. Therefore, if light reaction stops, the dark reaction will also eventually stop. The main purpose of this stage is to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. The Calvin cycle consists of three main stages: carbon fixation, reduction, and regeneration. In carbon fixation, carbon dioxide combines with 5 carbon molecules called RUPP. This reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called Rubisco and forms as an unstable compound that quickly split into 2 molecules of 3-PGA. In the reduction stage, ATP and NADPH are used to convert 3-PGA into G3P, which is a 3-carbon sugar. Some of the G3P molecules are used to produce glucose. In the final stage, regeneration, the remaining G3P molecules are used to regenerate RUPP so that the cycle can continue. The Calvin cycle is very important because it produces G3P, which is a key molecule for many biological processes. G3P can be used from glucose, which provides energy for the plant. It can also be converted into starch for storage, cellulose for cell walls, and even lipids and amino acids. This shows that Calvin cycles plays a major role in the plant growth, development, and survival. Thank you for your attention and for listening to my presentation. I hope this explanation helps you understand the light and dark reactions of photosynthesis more clearly. That's all from me. Thank you.